Hey guys, welcome back to the Real Southern Garden. I'm Sarah and I've got my baby here today. It is a cold day and I've got her all buttoned up here in this coat to keep her warm. It looks a little funny, but it works. So she is in her phase of wanting to be with mama all the time, and she is not a napper, unfortunately. Sleeps at night mostly, but beside the point, we're talking about gardening, not babies. But anyway, you will see her a lot on my channel. So today I want to talk to you guys about Bloomathom Azaleas, and this is what I selected to put up here in my front flower beds for azaleas. I'm a big fan of Encore Azaleas, and I spoke a little bit about them in a previous video. I planted some of those in the rose garden in the back of our property or backyard, and I would love to have those up here. I'm a big fan of them and of Buddy Lee, who is the hybridizer who basically created them. He lives down in Louisiana, a really, really fun guy. And if you have time, you can research a little bit about him. And there's a lot of videos on Buddy Lee anyway. But those need a little bit more sun than I have up here in this front flower bed. I probably get about 4 hours of sun, give or take, maybe a little less sometimes. And I really wanted some azaleas up here. Now, I like the old-fashioned azaleas, of course, the ones I grew up with, but they only bloom once a year, generally. And I wanted something that would have a little bit more color. So we came up with these. These are, I've known about them for years, but this is my first time to grow them. And the Bloomathom is the name. I picked Coral Amazement. They were a little tricky to find this time of year. I got them actually about a month ago and just put them in the ground right before our first frost hit. But they're kind of like a reddish, orangey color. And they were covered in blooms right before the frost. And they were blooming and had buds. And the frost, of course, took those down and put them to sleep, essentially, like everything else. So they're not blooming right now. But I do have some video of them when they were. And these took some pretty big holes, so my husband definitely had to help out with planting these. But I'm super excited to have them up here. They're evergreen. They're going to be green all of the time. They're going to add color. I love it. Now, this front flower bed is one of the most important spots on my property, in my opinion, because it is in front of my house, and I think most people feel that way. But we did an entire porch renovation. I have to do a video on that. We redid the entire, the porch tile, the brick on it, the front stairs, everything, because we had to. And we knew that when we moved in that would be one of our first projects. And because we had to do that, we couldn't do any landscaping up here for, a year and a half until that was done. And it was quite sad for me because I was like, that's the front of my house. Anyway, you do what you got to do. It's part of it when you renovate, But these are going to be really nice. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you how they look. You're also going to see some new heuchera that we planted. That was also another video. Hopefully you saw that. If you didn't, check it out. But yeah, it is definitely, it's not really winter yet. It's still fall here, but it feels like winter. But let me flip this camera around and show you guys. All right, so we have one there. Oh, we need new mulch, but we're going to wait until the spring to do that. One there. I've got 4 up here and 1 back there. And then, of course, there's a camellia in the back with 2 green mountain boxwoods. There's my daughter, my other daughter. This is the new heuchera that we just got as well. And then we also just got that hosta hybrid in the back. And you can see it had a bloom, but the frost got it, which is kind of sad. And then I have my other, I bought 5 of the Bloomathom Coral Amazement Azaleas. We have another one right here, and I thought it might kind of just tie it in with the front. It's right here on the side by the other heuchera and the 2 hybrid hostas. And the reason why I put that there, it's a multifaceted answer. I think that not our water line, but our gas line is somewhere where I wanted to put this other one, and I could dig it and be safe and just use a hand shovel. But you know what? Instead of messing with it, I thought, let's just put it on the other side and not even deal with that. So that is what we did. But I think it's really looking good. Like I said, the more evergreen structure and things I can get up here, the better. And I'm thinking about maybe adding some astibili in the springtime. I'm not exactly sure. We're going to be adding more daffodils up here. There's already a lot, but we're going to add some more of those as well.
So now I'm just going to back up a little bit and show you guys the day that we were actually planting these and digging the holes. And oh my gosh, the amount of rocks that came out of these holes. And the soil was partially amended, so it wasn't, you know, complete clay, but there were still some clay clumps in there and just all kinds of roots and just random things. And like I always say, we work with what we've got. So we cut through the roots, we dig out as far as we can around it and rebuild the soil, and then we plant. You know, this is not a flower bed that has been completely redone with fluffy soil. We are definitely working with what we have. And let me show you what I mean.
On episode number 9 of Extreme Gardening, let me tell you guys, the rocks that are coming out of here are crazy. Roots and rocks, and it's just nuts. I always say, be careful where you plant trees on your property, because the next, if it's not you, it could be the next gardener that's going to pay.
So you can see I definitely had my husband help me dig these holes, and we use an instrument called a sawzall to actually cut through the roots and remove the roots and then dig out the hole a little bit bigger and amend it that way. And this was definitely a family effort, but it was a lot of fun. You can see the sawzall tool right here, and there's different blades you can attach to cut through whatever it is you want to cut.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you liked this video, please hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time right here at the Real Southern Garden. Bye.